Hello my fellow beautiful boozers, I'm Alina and this is my channel, Let's Drink About It. This is going to be more of a story-based channel, or at least that's what I'm planning on. Definitely let me know if you want to see more from me, and we're going to basically just tell stories and drink while doing so, talking about my fucked up life. And we're all friends here, so let's grab our sinful favorites and get to talking. So I also just want to disclaim that I do draw most of my inspiration from YouTubers such as Jenna Marbles, Loey Lane, Pink Sparkles, Graveyard Girl, Tana Mojo. They're all amazing YouTubers, and I really do hope that one day I can live up to their level of content. So today I do have a few paranormal stories for you. It is about that time of year, Halloween, which is my favorite holiday by far. I do have a few paranormal stories, mostly stemming from my younger years. Earliest was probably about 8 years old to about 17. I haven't really, noticed anything paranormal recently too much. I haven't really been paying attention to it. But my first story was when I was about 8 years old. We lived in a pretty old house, and it was just ridiculously haunted. There was so much activity constantly. My first memory from there, paranormal-wise, would definitely be laying in my bed at night. It was around 2 a.m. and I had 1.5 million porcelain dolls. Just porcelain dolls all over the place. I was a little girl and I loved dolls. So my dolls in the morning would always be in a different spot than when I went to bed. However, I remember one night in particular, I was laying there, like I said, it was about 2 a.m., and I heard my uncle's door open. He lived with us at the time, and his door was right next to mine down the hallway. So here was my door, and a little ways down the way was his door, and then right next to my door was my parents' door. And I heard his door open. He was, of course, not home. I knew he wasn't home. And I heard the door open and footsteps coming towards my room. And then the footsteps just ran back to his room and slammed the door. Still don't know exactly what that was. I asked him the next morning, of course, if he was home, and he said that he had not been home all night. I could just chalk that up to him trying to scare me, but I definitely do think that that was something paranormal. Let's drink to that. My next story was when I was a little older and I was living with my mother. We were definitely living in an older house over in Plainwell. I don't know if you guys know where that is. I'm located in Michigan. But we were living in Plainwell, Michigan in a very old house. And I would always just lay there at night and hear very strange sounds. I lived in the attic. It was a finished attic, and that was where my room was. And I would remember I would always just be in the living room, watching TV with my mom, and we would hear footsteps upstairs or someone coming up and down the stairs, and no one would be in my room or going into my room. I remember one night in particular, we were helping with her wedding decorations. She was getting married to my stepdad at the time. I do believe I was 13 years old, and we heard a little girl say, "Mommy," and I swear it just sounded like a little girl saying, "Mommy." So my mom paused the TV and she looked at me and she was like, "What, honey?" And I was like, I didn't say anything, but good to know I'm not the only one that heard it. So we kind of just let that one slide and continued to watch TV. From that point, things started getting a little weird. We would be watching TV and it would sound like a heartbeat. And the commercial would not have a heartbeat or anything like that. It would just, be a heartbeat that we'd hear. And then one night I remember it was about 2 a.m. I was probably 16 at this point in time. And I heard my mom singing from downstairs. I was up in my room, and I heard her singing from downstairs. So, I figured my mom had gone to bed at this point. It was pretty late, but I came downstairs just anyway to check, why she was singing, if she was okay. And I went into her bedroom. She was dead asleep, and I was like, hey, why are you singing? And she was like, I'm not, I am sleeping. And I was like, oh, alright. So needless to say, I did not sleep that night whatsoever. My next story would probably be when I was living at my aunt's house. After I was 16, I went to live with her, so I was probably 16 or 17 in this one. And my closet, it was a double door closet, and it opened up. It was pretty big, and the ceiling right above it would just start gushing water, like just gushing water. And the first time it happened, I ran to go get my aunt's father-in-law. I was like, hey, the ceiling is gushing water. I don't really know why, but my clothes are going to get ruined, basically. And so he came in, and there was no sign that the ceiling had been leaking. There was no water spots. There was no water on the floor. Just basically, I looked batshit crazy. From there, it happened a few more times. I was just never able to get anyone into the room when it was actually leaking. One time, though, I was able to get my aunt's father-in-law into the room while it was still gushing the water. And basically that just happened pretty much throughout the period of time that I lived there. I lived there for probably about a year or so. And when I moved out, there was absolutely no water damage to the floor anymore. There was no water damage to the ceiling, when before you could definitely tell that there had been water coming down, and there was, definitely a considerable amount of water damage on the floor. So I don't know if that's necessarily paranormal, but it's definitely weird. My grandma lives with my aunt at this point in time, and she said that she was laying there one night in my old bedroom, and she heard a voice whisper into her ear to go get Alina. You bet your ass I ain't been to her house in a hot minute. Because no, we're not going to get Alina. From there isn't too terribly much that had happened, just because I had not really paid attention to it. I mean, there's a few things that'll happen here and there. I'll feel someone either sit on the bed, or like an animal will jump up and nothing will be there. I will hear someone calling my name, and no one will be calling my name or really even home. Trying to think. Yeah, one time we went to a graveyard. Yeah, really great idea to go to a graveyard when you're pretty much haunted. And we decided that we wanted to go to the Nunica graveyard, a few friends of mine and myself. And I don't know if you ever heard that it's in Nunica, Michigan. It's apparently a very haunted graveyard. And I swear on everything, I saw a woman standing there in a white dress just staring at us. I've never ran so fucking fast in my life. Straight to that. But no, definitely very many hauntings on me. I don't know if I am necessarily haunted, or if I am just so unlucky to live in a bunch of haunted places. Definitely let me know what you think down in the comments. Definitely let me know down in the comments as well what other types of story times that you would like to see from me. I have very many story times that are not paranormal related. I have a few more stories that are paranormal related as well. Definitely let me know what you would like to see from here on out. This is my first video. Thank you so much for watching. I definitely do appreciate it. Please follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. It is spelled Let's Normal, and then drink is spelled D-R-N-K, and then About It, normally spelled, and that is on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Definitely follow me on all three of those. Of course, please subscribe. I'm going to try and make weekly content. Thank you so much for watching me. I'm pretty sure this was a train wreck, but I'm going to try and get better. Take a shot for me. Thank you.